Is there anything that you'd like to do more of in the future that you're not already doing?
Like in a scene?
Yeah.
I want to stab people.
Okay. Like with knives.
I thought I saw you late last night and broke Callan.
Is your TikTok still alive?
No, it died.
Again?
Well, I'm on the third one.
I was about to say, how many is this?
This is the third.
Cool. Like, you made a
Oh, wait,
new
no,
one?
no. This is the fourth.
Okay.
The third burial, you know.
Damn. Sorry.
But I do want to, I've had this idea where I kind of want to throw a funeral.
For your TikToks?
Not just me, but like all sex workers.
Yes.
And you come, and maybe people like, it could be funny.
Yeah, whatever like dead account that you have, just like publicly mourn.
And you just like put it on a piece of paper, we like set them all on fire at the end, like, I don't know.
Like a Viking funeral, but for your deplatformed social media.
Exactly.
Honestly, I'm into that.
Right, and I have a lot of people that I've met that are like, I would attend.
Yeah.
Or like
I have one Instagram account, one TikTok account, and one Twitter account that have all died. But I got my Twitter back after Elon bought it and was just like, anyone can be back now. Doesn't matter what you did, which is like cool for me, but not like the Nazis, you know? But I guess a lot of people still got booted because that account has only like maybe a third of the followers it did when it got deleted.
Okay.
Which is very confusing.
You like lost followers.
Yeah, so I lost the account and then like lost followers, got the account back. So now I'm just like, okay, I don't need this back though because it's been 2 years and I have twice as many followers as I did then now. So whatever.
Yeah.
Like I got it back.
It's good to have a backup though.
Exactly. I just hope I don't need it. I hope we don't get deleted again. I gave up on TikTok though. I got every single thing flagged for like a month before it got yeeted.
I was pretty fucking good.
I know. I would
the
see your
rules.
stuff all the time. Like I would have the account, I wouldn't have followed you, and I would follow you because you would just get put onto my feed or whatever. And it was like, oh, hey, Orion, it's got 300,000 views. Cool.
Yeah.
But sorry.
I'm looking to find the strength to go back, but now I'm on YouTube.
Oh.
So
what are you doing?
From what I've watched of all the YouTube videos that I've been consuming like a crazy person lately, you should have 3 pillars. So one of them will be sexy life, sexy business, whatever. Or like, how do I approach a Dom? Like answering these questions
oh my God,
that people.
There needs to be more of that because I'm sick of these people.
Right. Or like how to fill out. Literally, I want to make a how to fill out a Dom's
intake form.
Yes.
Which the real answer is follow the goddamn instructions that she gives you. But for some reason, that's too hard.
And then also, okay, so all of that, maybe traveling, and then maybe like self-help or like financial resources, because some people in our industries are not very smart with their money, or they don't know where to put it or what to do with it. Remember how like just had her, like someone broke into her apartment and stole things.
Don't want to have that happen. I have like the keypad and the fingerprint doorknobs on every single doorknob in my apartment, which like the doors are basically cardboard. Someone could break through that, but it still at least like makes me feel a little bit better, you know?
Okay.
And my mom visits, I don't need her going into the room where I have 10 whips hanging on the wall, you know?
My mom knows what I do, but she's fucking curious. Like she loves to fucking poke her head in. Like she'll just I'll just be in my house, she'll be visiting, and I'll like walk into my room, and then I just see her like.
She's got your stuff. Yeah.
Like looking through folders, like.
Yeah, my mom is super nosy.
¿Qué es esto? And I'm like. That's like when I went to visit my mom in LA, and then she picked me up from DomCon to like go to dinner, or we went to dinner, and then she was dropping me off back at the venue, and then she's like, "Let me come inside, like let me meet your friends." And
I would have loved to meet your mom.
She would love to meet you.
Yeah.
For sure. And
That's
then she
amazing.
would never stop talking to you. But, right. But yeah, that was interesting. She really, really wanted to come in. I think I did let her. No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's all in the lobby there.
Right.
But yeah, my mom accidentally, I asked her, she was visiting, I asked her to give me a ride. I didn't realize that it was going to be like an orgy until I got there and later.
Right.
And then she was like, oh, do you want me to pick you up? And I was like, nope, I need to walk home and process some things. Like,
You know what's crazy about orgies these days? Half the time they don't fucking tell you it's an orgy.
well, this was like, it was just Domme drinks. I didn't realize, it was my first time going, I didn't realize that by the end it usually devolves into multiple Dommes being feral and whoever is left, someone's trying to make out with you. So I just wasn't expecting that. I was not prepped. No one told me.
No one invited me. I was not invited.
I'll invite you to the next one.
Okay.
But yeah, also, I don't know what it is, with the play parties where they're like, the invitation is like, ooh, it's sexy. And then you get there and everyone's like whole out and it's like, that's sexy, but that's not what that means.
Yeah.
Like, I need an explicit instruction.
I just want to say one time I brought, I think it was a first date. No, it was a second date. Second date to a birthday, which turned into a sex party.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, this is, sorry. I was like, this is a lot for this poor young man who I met on Hinge.
Did you see him again?
A little bit.
Okay. So you didn't immediately freak him out?
We're still friends on Instagram. He's a chocolate maker.
Oh.
In the Bronx.
Okay. Cool.
I was hoping we would fall in love so I could always
have
eat.
endless chocolate? Yeah.
I think on our first date, he came over with a bunch of chocolate for me to sample.
Should.
In a temperature-controlled, cool Tupperware. And he's like,
Very
by the way,
professional.
I brought you these for you to try. And I was like, cool.
That's cute.
Tell me about your dating life. Never mind. Listen, I don't know. We never talk, honestly. I don't know anything about you.
It's also like whenever I see you, it's like, okay, cool, we're in a dark room with red light. There's a really, really, really loud DJ, and someone is trying to lick one of our feeds.
Right.
Like, we don't get to actually just sit down and communicate. Like, trying to be a Dom and like a normal person at the same time is hard sometimes.
True. Definitely changes how you see yourself and what you expect from others.
Yeah.
And how you want to be treated.
That is because before the pandemic, lots of people knew me, but they didn't really know that this is what I was doing. Like, I wasn't doing it full time. It wasn't like something I was all in on. It was kind of just like, when it comes up, I'll do it. And it wasn't like exclusively doming. It's just other kinds of sex work too. And so then after the pandemic, started seeing people who, haven't seen in like 2 or 3 years, and they're like, oh, you're very different now. Like, still love you, we're still cool, we're still friends, but like, something has changed. And I'm like, it's because people pay me $450 an hour to step on them now. Yeah. And I do that all the time. Like, yeah, that will change how you see yourself.
True, and what you want to go to or don't want to go to.
Which is, I think, a lot of the stuff with like dating. I'm like, I don't want to go on a date because there's some 50-year-old man who will take me on the same date, but pay me to be there the whole time. And honestly, he's gonna have better conversation with me half the time than like the 30-year-old dude who I met on Hinge.
Right. I'm banned from Hinge.
I got banned from Hinge. They let me back on though.
Okay.
Hinge and Field I've been banned from, and they were just like, yeah, just like change this in your profile or something. Yeah. Field banned me. But it was
How dare they? I'll have a word with them.
Someone reported me because I rejected him.
Wow.
And then they were just like, okay, just like take this out of your profile.
He could have said thank you.
Yeah.
He could have. But alas.
No, he was like 24 and butthurt. Tinder had me like banned too, but after a couple of years, it seems like they let me back. I don't know. But also, it's the trenches down there. I'm not.
Yeah, no.
I like to screenshot when I'm in my hometown the amount of dudes who have a giant fish in their profile picture.
Right.
Other dead animals count, but I'm really looking for the fish because there's a lot of them.
Right.
Because my mom lives like right by a river, so it's like, all right, prime fish
So is
photos.
a fish a no or a yes?
It's
is
a
it
no.
a guaranteed
It's
yes?
definitely a no.
Okay.
Because it's never like...
Size of the fish doesn't matter.
No, the size of the fish doesn't... It would be really funny if someone was taking one of those photos though with like a fucking minnow.
Right.
I think that would be a yes, because that's just like you're in on the joke. And I
Or
love
like if it was like, is this make it a no? Or do you prefer it like it's really tiny?
It doesn't matter. It's also always, it's like this, and they've got a giant fish, and they're like doing this face, and they're like sunburnt.
Right.
And it's like a deep fried
Trucker
photo.
hat.
Yes, but like the photo was deep fried, like it's been through 8 Facebook filters, and it's like, you're 32. You know how to like take a photo and post
No, they
it.
don't. No, they don't.
No.
Remember my sub? You may have met him. Oh my God, you met him.
Oh, yes.
We won't give him a name because we...
Yeah, no. With the shoes, yes.
Wait, with the shoes?
He was wearing weird shoes for the event. I remember that.
Oh God, he probably was. Anyway, he broke up with me.
Okay. Oh, I remember seeing you like post about that or
Yeah.
something. Like, how do you break up with me?
Right.
Which, fair point.
And like someone who has, of their own accord, just stepped forward and been like, I admit that you're better than me. Like, I am not anything compared to you.
What happened though? But because that was going on for like a hot minute, yeah.
Yeah. So we were going to celebrate our 1-year anniversary, but I was in Poland, falling in love with another person.
Okay, well.
So, but I'm ethically non-monogamous.
Yeah.
So these things
That's
happen, and I think, well, he expressed his hesitations at the beginning, but he's like, I don't really like the idea of, I don't think I can do polyamory.
Okay.
And so, and with my job, it definitely financially benefits me to talk about it on the internet or on Twitter.
Yeah.
If someone took me somewhere nice or made me feel good or made me come a million times.
I think that's the hardest thing with this job and dating. It's not like, oh, you're a sex worker. It's that people see your marketing and then get in their own head about it.
Right.
It's like, because I'm like, a lot of it is real, but also some of it is fake, or it's I am saving tweets from 6 months ago to post later from something that happened. Like this isn't constant like this at this like high level all the time. But then people
and
are like,
carefully curating.
It's like I can never like match up to that. Like you get this is your job, you're getting paid for these things that would be amazing even if you weren't getting paid, and it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Right.
Relax.
So now I have a new lover, and he's French.
Ooh, I saw that too. Your little postings. Does he dance?
Yeah, he's a professional dance instructor.
Okay, perfect.
So he's a good match in terms of being interesting to me, I guess.
Yes.
And he's gonna live with me for all of June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we kissed, and then the next week we spent a week together, and then we were saying, I remember I was just like in bed, and I looked at him and I was like, I kind of want to tell you I love you. And he was like, wow, I wanted to tell you that too, but I didn't want to scare you.
Cute.
So.
I love being crazy like that. It's fun. Like, why not? You're gonna die. Just like have fun with it.
Right. 100%. Like, people are.
Also, like, I love you. Just say it.
And
like,
they don't
love
have to say it back.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that big of a deal.
Yeah. I remember I dated this one man named Emilio, who you for sure met at my house.
Okay.
He got us pizza. But anyway, I remember with that relationship, it was very funny because when I told him I loved him, he froze and he was like, I have a lot of care for you.
Oh, no.
Which like doesn't even make sense in English.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I care for you. And I was like, you could have just said nothing. I would have preferred.
Yeah. Or just been like, that's so sweet. Like, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like something normal, not being like, I'm gonna see if I can trick you with my words and you won't notice that I didn't say love, but I said something. Like,
Right.
That's always when clients say that they love you. I'm always like,
Babe,
this is tricky.
what do we do about it?
I know, we need to have like a collective meeting about how to handle this, because the last time it happened, I was just like, I like touched his face and I was like, you were so much fun, and I never saw him again. But also he kept asking me for race play, so I felt like that was a good ending for that.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, it needs to end.
Yeah, we're done now.
Yeah.
What do you do, my friend,
I don't
when
know.
no, let me tell you, when they say, they say I love you, which like, okay, fine, yeah. Who wouldn't?
Yes.
And then they're like, say it back to me. And I'm like,
unless we're like in a scene and you know that like that's not actually happening, like no go.
right.
Because I've had people who are like, I want you to tell me that you love me. Like that's just like hot to me. I'm like into that. And I'm like, cool, I can do that.
Wow.
Which is super fun.
What would you even call that? Like love kink?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, you have mommy issues, whatever.
Tell me you love me.
Yeah.
I'm paying you. Tell me you love me.
But then it seems to always then morph into that where like they're actually saying it and they're using that like that kink mask to get you to say it back to them, but they're still processing it as like you actually saying I love you to them. So I've run into issues with that where I'm like, cool, let's engage with this. This is fun. I'm into it. And then later it becomes that same issue. But yeah, I don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, it's an awkward one.
I saw Woo posted something recently, maybe. I don't remember if it was her or not, but someone said that and she's like, that's fascinating. Like, just kind of being like, I can't wait to play with that. Like, cool.
Acknowledging.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not that psychological, you know. I kind of just like to punch people in the stomach most of the time. So I don't think that's the avenue that I can take.
Is there anything that you'd like to do more of in the future that you're not already doing?
Like in a scene?
Yeah.
I want to stab people.
Okay. Like with knives.
I don't want to kill people.
With needles. I'm just saying it could be needles.
I mean, look, okay, I've done like the stabbing with scalpels.
Okay.
Honestly, it freaks me out. The resistance of skin is so much stronger than you think it's going to be. And usually when I'm doing like stabbing,
Unless
I'm
they're
using...
elderly, because then they have soft skin.
No, it still is tough.
Okay.
Also, old people have hard spots in their skin.
Right, true.
But like, I usually use a 15 blade because you can't go that deep with that because it's so short. So I know like, even if I like stab all the way, unless I'm stabbing someone in the neck or something, like it's never going to like really hit something that's going to send them to the hospital.
Right.
But because it's that curved blade and not like an 11 blade where it's going to like puncture right in, you really have to push and it's just bizarre. And then once it finally breaks through, it's just like you're in this weird hollow space and it's just like a sensation that I don't super enjoy. Piercing though, love that. That is super fun. I enjoy that sensation so much, that like feedback from the needle. I just did a class again the other day on that. Telling people, once again, not to give all of New York hepatitis. But I really want to do more of those like large scale play piercings because it's so fun.
So with a play piercing, do they actually get, like, are you gonna put something in there, like a jewelry or no?
Not, yeah, it's not like
it's
I'm
just
piercing
stabbing
your
to
ears.
stab through.
Yeah, no, it's very surface level, so it's just going in and out, like you're pinning something.
Okay.
And you know, sometimes, most of the time when I do it in session, the thing is I'm doing it for like sensation or like someone wants pain or they just want to like be psychologically freaked out by being like penetrated with a needle.
Right.
So it's like I'm just like putting a couple in them randomly. I don't have a lot of people who are willing to like sit for 2 hours while I take my ruler and a little like gentian violet marker and slowly like plot out points and put, you know, like 200 needles in their back. I want more of that because that's just like art and very fun and very cool and pretty, but
Okay.
it's hard to find people who are willing to sit through that.
I know someone.
Gimme.
You must know them. Toby?
Toby was at the class that I did yesterday.
Okay.
And I was like, what I really want to do, because I did this on someone's nipple where I pierced a ring of needles around the nipple and had all of the points like hitting the tip of the nipple, and then I used my violet wand on it, so the current went from the needle into the tip, because I was like, I don't know what the current on the violet wand is like, so I was like, let's experiment, give me your body.
Let's find out.
Like, tell me what you feel. And I'm like, now I want to do that with the head of someone's penis. And Toby was gonna be like, I might let you do it if you say please. Like, I'm not definitely saying yes, but like, if you ask me, I might. I'm like, okay, I'll hit you up.
I'll consider it.
Yeah.
For science. Yeah. I've only taken one class, but I do feel like I am super, super, super safe.
Gotcha. Everyone thinks they are, and then I see them touch the sharps container with their bare hands.
Never. I always wear gloves.
I'm so glad you at least know that.
Always wear gloves. I always sanitize, and then I sanitize again, and then I put on my gloves.
Yeah.
Sanitize the gloves. No, I'm just kidding. But
Yeah, no, that's overkill, but it definitely is.
I'm trying to
it
get
together.
super fit.
I know, you're trying to get your butt.
I'm trying to get swole. I'm trying to get very strong.
That's the thing is I really want to be able to like hit people a lot harder.
Right.
And like I got a whip that's really heavy to throw, and I'm like, I just like don't have the strength in like my arms or my wrist to like actually throw it. That's the only motivation I really have to work out right now.
Listen, I started doing tricep exercises twice a week because I saw myself in a video of me pegging someone, and I saw a glimmer of my tricep, and I was like, oh, like people are probably watching the action, but I was watching that tricep.
I have a video of me face fucking someone, and I was like, my abs look good.
Right.
I was like, I need to keep doing that.
Yeah.
But that's also, I did a really intense bondage session last night. It was 3 hours, no, actually it was 4, I don't know. But like a solid hour and a half was just me like doing the bondage. And I was wearing the like
Paint
9-inch.
the picture for us.
Well, okay, so I was wearing those 9-inch platform heels that like Pleaser is like legally you can't walk around in these. And I was walking around in them, which like they're not that hard to walk in, honestly.
Walking around like out in the world, or
no, in the
here?
dungeon.
Okay.
I was at Shayla's. So he's in full like latex like corset. He's got the hood on, and then he also has on top of it this leather neck corset that comes up over the sides. I took off the mouth gag. It has an O-ring on the top, so it connects there. And then I did face bondage with some jute on top of that. Tied that into a nose hook, so his head is just like encased.
Right.
And
We
then,
love a nose hook.
Yeah, I love them. I got them from
I need to buy
May
one.
when she retired. She like had a sale. I got some stuff from her. She had these like really, really awesome Japanese nose hooks that I got from her. I'm obsessed with those. But then I was doing, because he has some like mobility issues, like not super flexible, got a bad knee and stuff like that. So the bondage I was doing on the rest of his body, I do a ton of like just quick release ties so that if I have to let go of any other part, like if his hands go, if he needs the upper arms done, if he needs his legs released, I can just release it in parts but still keep the rest of him together. It doesn't look that good, but it's very effective, and I want to figure out how to make that look pretty. But I can't even remember what I was talking about in the beginning, because you said paint the picture and I started doing it.
Oh,
and now
you were
I lost
in
what the point is.
a 4-day, no, I'm just kidding, you were in a 4 hour.
But doing all of that, like I was just, because I'm in those boots, like squatting down, you know, there's way,
You didn't,
gotta go
you
way
didn't
further
blindfold
down.
them and take off the shoes?
No, because he loves watching it.
Well, you
And I'm
gotta
also,
tell him.
I'm dedicated. Like he's the slave, but I'm like the slave to fashion. Like the whole look, I'm wearing this like military latex jumpsuit.
Okay.
I got the giant boots on. I'm like running around tying him, but it's like going up and down, even though he's down on his knees. Like I was just like, I can feel it in like my ass and my thighs today, just like from all of that movement, and even in my arms, just from like constantly doing shit like that. I'm like, I love.
feel you.
So doing something like that, I'm like, I can do that as exercise. Actually working out, I want to kill myself.
Right.
But if I am doing something, making something, like, let's go. I will be a wreck.
So
the
you
next
just
day.
need a 9-inch pair of pleasers.
Yes. I need to
Get
just
your
wear
squats
those all
on.
the time. Yeah.
Okay. You should be a stripper, although I think you've already
I
been
did
down
that. Yeah. That was just not the environment for me.
Right. Can you tell me which places you worked at? Or, I don't know. You never worked at the one that I worked at.
No. It's also the ones I worked at were gone. They got raided.
Oh. You were working at some underground.
Yeah, and then I worked at Rosewood after the pandemic.
Right.
Which
I
that
still
was
get texts from them.
same.
I haven't blocked them, but meh.
Yeah, it's because I was there as the Domme. I wasn't there dancing.
Right.
Which I actually was talking to a girl. We ended up working at a gig, and she works there now, and she was telling me about it. And she's like, they finally put a pole up, and I was like, none of those girls dance like that, because
Right.
it's mostly new girls. And I think
I went there one day.
Yeah.
I worked one day and I was like, I'm good.
It was rough when I was there. I hope it's doing better, because there were a lot of days where it was like, I don't know how these girls are making money, but also a lot of the girls are like so new. Like they're definitely like, come here, like you don't have to be experienced. There's a bunch of girls in college who want to make money and they have no clue what they're fucking getting into, and I think
Right.
that shit is kind of predatory. But like I would have to like take girls and be like, that guy just walked in, I saw his umbrella, it's worth $2,000, go fucking talk to him and take his money.
How do you know what an umbrella is worth?
It was an Alexander McQueen umbrella. It had the big skull on it.
Okay.
Like, stuff like that is easy to clock. Sometimes it's not always the easiest, but like, you know, a lot of times those guys are dressing to go to the club. Like, you can read the money on them. And sometimes you can read the money on them and it means that they're poor because they just have like a Gucci fanny pack and it's like, okay.
Right. Right. Yeah. I bought my first designer bag when I was in Paris. And
What'd you get? That one?
Chanel bag. I brought it. I actually thought about bringing like a $10 purse versus this, but I was having a leather moment.
Gotcha.
With the leather pants, leather shoes, leather jacket.
Yeah. I was thinking about wearing leather tonight too. I like put it on and I was like, I was wearing latex all night last night. I don't feel like doing this. It's warm now, like.
Right. I almost thought I was gonna message you and be like, should we wear like
I was like,
latex?
should we coordinate?
Like what?
But
What
like
should we
no.
do?
No.
Yeah.
Like I don't know about you, but my sessions are always so like fashion heavy where it's like I am in like a full cat suit with like 8 other things on top of it, like the latex, and so like when I'm not in a session I'm like I don't want to wear that shit. I refuse to wear like sweatpants or anything like that ever, but outside of a session it's like jeans and a
my
t-shirt.
last session was a dress, a sundress.
Oh.
And
nice.
What did I have on? Like I think like my New Balance sneakers. Cause you know, these foot boys, they be after these smelly feet. Yeah. So I was like, okay. I mean, it doesn't, if you want, well, he didn't specifically ask me to wear like a day-old pair of socks, but I'm so generous that I like fished through my laundry. I was like, I like, let me assess which ones.
Pair.
Yeah, and then I was like, you're not gonna wear stinky socks with like sexy boot, or like, I don't know, I just wanted to walk around the city and like
make it real.
Make it real.
Yeah, actually do the damn thing.
Yeah, right. Latex is a, like, I keep going to the latex play parties and stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of latex being a fetish of mine, like, I can't say that it is because I'm like, I mean, there's some moments where like, maybe I'm just doing things wrong, but like, I think I stored my latex with a scented talc. And then it was like, I smelled, well, it was like lavender.
Okay.
But somehow it just created this like horrible baby smell.
What?
I was like, yeah.
Did it come out after you washed it?
I mean, no, I wash it and then I sometimes put a little bit of the talc.
Yeah, you put the
like,
powder on after.
Yeah. And then I put it on.
Oh, and you just smell like a baby and you hate it.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not sexy at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I always use the lube. I don't like the powder.
Right. Actually, I need to transition.
Yeah. It's like then you're like kind of slimy, but it's like you're gonna have the sweat anyway. I hate when like, I mean, I wear a lot more full coverage stuff than you, but like when it's like the latex sweat and the powder is just like settling into clumps on your body from even like bending. I hate that. It drives me insane.
Right. I did buy a bunch of like special latex cleaner and dressing aid. I feel like I'm finally committing.
You're getting into it.
I'm committing to improving my latex existence.
I mean, that's like, it's not a fetish for me either. Even though I have like 100 pieces of it, I'm just like, I'm a fashion bitch and I love it. And it's like, you just like look and feel hot. And then once you start wearing it in every single photo shoot, people just keep requesting it. But I'm like, the smell of it doesn't turn me on. I don't like put latex on
the sound
and just
is
like
kind
want
of
to jerk
silly.
off. Yeah, it's it's a very silly thing. I'm just like, it's just pretty.
Yeah,
I'm just a fashion person.
Right. I remember when a man invited me to his bed, and he's like, look at my sheets. They're all latex.
I know who you're talking about.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Like,
Also,
what
like,
are we,
it's just
slip
a big
and
piece
slide?
of sheeting. Yeah, no, it feels a little bit, because you're either sliding off of it or you're getting stuck on it because you're also wearing rubber and there's not enough lube. So you're just like,
Yeah, and then taking it off. It's one of the least sexy things. I don't think.
I started recording videos of me taking it off and like silently screaming because I like looked in the mirror one day when I was doing it and I was like, I look like I'm dying.
Yeah.
But it's just like euphoria and horror at like taking off what is effectively a second skin.
I remember early days when I didn't know how to put on latex stockings, and I would have my boyfriend or like just anyone try and help me, and I didn't have any dressing aid. I didn't fucking know. I just used talcum powder, and I was fighting for my life. And thank God I had loving men in my life to be there.
I'm gonna say, like, if you have nails, like, forget it.
Yeah, no. So that was a process, and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. And to get it off, yeah, it is a battle.
Yeah, getting it on and off is just too much.
So yeah, I don't think it can be made sexy. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, it's like you look sexy, but it's an inherently kind of silly thing.
No, I'm saying like when you take it off. I don't think
taking it off
be,
is not hot at all. No, I think.
Or putting it on, like you're just like.
Yeah.
Trying to adjust.
I've seen videos where like people like make it hot, but I'm like, there's a lot of cuts there. It's not actually hot.
Sometimes when I see PVC,
I was just about to say that.
Like I get so.
I'm like,
I'm like, damn, like you could look so hot.
Yeah, like you're so close.
You're so close.
But I know that if you bend over, it's gonna wrinkle and you're gonna smell weirder than the latex. Yeah. No, PVC, I've never encountered a PVC fetishist. I know that they allegedly exist, but I don't think that they actually do.
I have a friend.
Really?
In Canada who like almost only exclusively does PVC. I mean, she does latex too, but she has a giant PVC collection, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, that's a lot cheaper than latex or leather, so like, True. Good on you.
Yeah.
You accidentally picked the right one. What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm working on my YouTube video, trying to get it out. It was supposed to come out this Sunday.
Is this like your first one?
I think it's my fourth one.
Oh, okay. Nice. What's this one?
And I'm actually pretty happy about it because I got booked for a session from YouTube.
Awesome.
Which I'm like, nobody fucking, that was the last thing that I was thinking.
Was not planning on accepting
I thought
that.
maybe some people would follow me on Twitter or like find something that I said useful. Like I have one on how to clean pleaser shoes. Because sometimes they're fine. It's just like the bottom is like gross. You know what I mean?
Like the actual like sole, like the bottom of
like
the
but
shoe.
the whole shoe is fine. But like maybe the shoe's like.
I have
gross.
A friend who just broke the heel of one of her pleasers in half. She like tripped going like up the stairs at the club, and like the picture is just the whole thing is snapping off. I'm like, I have never seen anyone do that before. And she kept dancing after that. I'm like, I would have been done. If that happened to me at a club, I would have been, I mean, another girl like lent her a pair of shoes. Okay. But like, if I tripped and fell down the stairs at my club, broke my heels clean in half, I would have been done for the night. I would have like gone home. I was like, you were so brave.
Well, sometimes things that put you down make you want to get back up again, or
I don't think that would for me. No, I think I would be like, I'm staying here.
Right.
I'm staying down here.
Okay. Well, sometimes you're like, I'm gonna get this fucking money. I don't care what happens.
Yeah, no, that I get. But I don't know.
Like my allergies were so bad that I almost thought that I was getting sick, and I almost canceled the session yesterday. And I was like, no, we're gonna do this, and it's not, whatever.
Are you taking anything?
Yeah, I took Claritin the night. I found out also it's good to take it the night before.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. I just take it in the morning and then hope for the best. Hey, welcome. Thanks. Oh my God, this is so much for just me. Okay, well then.
I'll give this to you.
Thank you. Would you stab someone with this?
I mean, if you want to do it, you can make it happen. That would not be my first choice, though.
It's silly, though. I've never seen a knife like this.
Really?
No, it's silly looking knife.
This is dull as hell. I always judge like places by how sharp their knives are, which is just like a very old man psychotic thing to do, but.
You're in your grandpa moment.
I've been in my grandpa moment.
Oh. Someone asked me to do a session, and I was planning on working at the strip club that night, but it's been hit or miss, and I was actually fired from 2 clubs.
Whoa.
Like last week, for no reason.
Are they connected?
Yeah. So if you get fired from one, the other one honors the judgment of the other.
Yeah.
And when I asked management, why did you fire me? They said, I can't explain it to you. And I was like,
I hate that because it's a strip club, like they'll just get away with it.
Yeah. Well, I checked the legal, things. Basically, if you're an independent contractor, they can just fire you because you breathed.
Yeah.
And how dare you breathe?
Yeah.
Whatever. I didn't commit any crimes. I didn't sell drugs. I didn't leave with a customer. I didn't do anything wrong. I did a room that night. And, oh God, he's a very silly man. Like, I've had this customer 3 times.
Okay.
He's young. He's like 24 years old. He always comes in. Well, it's like 3 months apart. And every time we do a room, he's like, can I fuck you? And I'm like, no.
What, did they fire you because they wanted you to fuck him? Jesus.
That's what I'm like, did you get mad because I didn't fuck him, or I don't know. I didn't fuck him, so I don't know.
That's weird.
But he brings condoms, and he's like literally so small. He's like a skinny little boy. And then he's like, it's hot in here. Can I take off my pants? And I'm like, as long as you don't take out your dick, I really don't care.
Yeah.
So he takes off his pants.
You're very generous with letting him do that, even.
Listen.
But yeah, like,
let me explain why I let him.
Okay.
So he takes off his pants, and he's wearing like Hanes underwear, like boxer briefs.
Yes, the Walmart kind.
Walmart, yes. So I'm like, that's why women don't fuck you. Okay, maybe that's why.
God bless you.
But I was like,
he probably needs to hear that.
Right. I'm doing the Lord's work. Anyway, I got fired. Wow, this is the best hummus of my whole life.
Good.
You can talk shit about their knives.
But not the hummus.
This is fucking delicious. Wait, can you not eat beans?
No.
What's wrong with you? Tell me about your dietary problems.
Yes. So, actually, the last time I ate hummus is when I found out that I couldn't eat it anymore because the entire left side of my face broke out in hives, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm done with that. Chickpeas are super closely related to peanuts, which is the thing I'm most allergic to. So, R.I.P. hummus.
Damn.
No more for me. And then I'm also kind of allergic to carrots. And then also wheat.
Carrot is an innocent vegetable.
I can eat carrots when they're cooked. I just can't eat them when they're raw.
So this is just a plate to murder you. Do you have any enemies? Feels like this is a good enemy plate.
That's Dahlia always threatens that she's going to carry around a single little peanut in a jar on like a necklace, and then when she gets mad at me one day, she's gonna break it and throw it at me. I actually had a girl who was stalking me once who she started sending me death threats, and one of them was that she was going to take a bag of peanut dust.
Did you know them first of all or no?
No. She started dating someone who I had dated for like 8 months when I was like 16. Years later, she started dating him and then decided for some reason she was gonna stalk me for like years.
What a weirdo. What a psycho bitch.
She started stripping and going to art school because she like changed her hair and makeup. Like she was full crazy.
So not just men are obsessed with you, women too.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I'm a bisexual queen.
Yes.
But yeah, she threatened to kill me with a bag of peanut dust. She was just gonna carry like dust from peanuts and like blow it at me one day. And she was like trying to threaten me, being like, come here, like fight me. And I'm like, we live like 200 miles apart. No.
She said, come fight me?
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen here. Come fucking fight me. I will defend her honor. And I will fucking sling a bag of peanuts.
It's a really bad idea to like send a death threat.
Listen, I'm gonna put like a giant bag of peanuts. Like I'm gonna get
like one of those sacks that you get at like the store.
And like hurl it and then throw it at her. That's my plan.
Very poetic.
To save you. That reminds me of this catfishing girl. Did you read my story about there was some subby man parading as a Domme, and he managed to convince me that he was her because he had enough photos, you know.
Oh, yeah. He was trying to get a session with you by this weird roundabout way, yeah.
It was the weirdest thing.
I've had stuff like that happen. When I worked at the dungeon, there's like this one client who contacted me to session. And some other girls who had been there like knew him, like, oh yeah, that's like, what's his face? Like, but then it was like, his Domme was contacting me, and she's like, okay, I want you to do this session with him exactly like this, and if he doesn't come because he has erectile dysfunction, then like, you need to do like another hour and I'll pay you after. And I was like, absolutely not. And so he didn't come at the end of the session, and so I like blacklisted him, because I was like, that was you trying to get another free hour. Like, that's not a thing. It was funny though, I tortured him real bad. Weird. He also definitely was not expecting to be tortured that hard, but I'm like, you get what you ask for.
Right.
He hated having his feet touched, so I did bondage on his toes while he was tied down to the table, and apparently he likes to escape. I tied him down, he could not escape, but I did bondage on his toes, and then I put one of his socks halfway on his feet, like I left them both like kind of half off, and then I just turned on the air conditioner so it was blowing on him, and I left the room. He was very deeply unhappy.
I like that.
It was very fun. I felt very satisfied with that one.
If only you knew how good this tastes.
I'm a butterfly, taking my time. I'm a skeleton.